Let's keep jamming, dude.
Have a jam.
What if we're all just sleeping on trebuchets, Lockin? What if that's actually the real meta?
You remember that time I tried to make a blue-black deck that had no win conditions? And trebuchet? That was fun. I missed that deck.
Yeah, what?
How did I stop playing that?
Yeah, what happened with that?
I just fatigue them every game, but fatigue damage doesn't exist, so you just sat there.
I understand my orders. What can a brute do to a god?
Remember, boys, don't duel turn 1. It looks like a good play, and then... I mean, it's basically just kind of garbage. I mean, okay. There's definitely times where it's good. Just rule of thumb, don't do it. Is this deck running routed? Oh, I do have two routed in here.
You have 2 routed. I saw that last game.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, okay, in theory, routed and payday kind of makes sense in the same way that payday and N1 for me makes sense. Because you're double dipping into a strategy you're committing for regardless. So you're kind of eating the costs with both. I mean, in theory, routed and payday together just makes sense, right?
Okay. That is a way to look at it.
What, do you disagree?
I mean, maybe you have like 1 too many objectives on your plate. I'm not saying routed is
But it's
bad,
the
I think
same
routed is-
objective. You kill heroes.
Well, yeah, but you want to kill heroes really fast with payday. And routed wants you to delay that a little bit.
Yeah, that's very true. I think that people are trying to kill heroes a little too fast with payday, though. I think payday kind of doesn't mind if you delay it either. This is definitely a bad board for routed, because I don't want to be killing your heroes in turn 2. And right now, 3 of your heroes are dying turn 2. You actually, against routed, this is exactly what you want. You literally want to feed your heroes on turn 2 so they come back in time to dodge routed.
Alright, sometimes I just draw 1 card and I just go off this turn.
Do you? I mean, you can't go off, because...
Well, right, you'll duel me, but...
Right.
I still trade a stars for a duel.
I'm okay with that trade.
Sounds clunky as hell.
Yeah, my hand's not so great either.
That's just unlucky.
Just give me a little time.
I don't know if I want to trade the stars for a duel. What if I don't draw my others? That's kind of always the problem with this. Do you actually have the other stars, the Gust, the Sanctum, and the Celemane, eh? Because otherwise, this is just a bad play,
I mean,
right?
I'm just saying, like, if you don't duel me,
You
I
can't
have, like,
possibly
kind of
have
the
all
nuts.
that.
Like I don't have the uber nuts, but I do have the nuts if you don't like respect it. I think when your opponent stars like this and is threatening to go up, I think you're supposed to respect it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
It's the safe play in what I should be considered a favored matchup. Like, there's never any reason not to do this. Because it's not like I lose out on the opportunity for something else. I just hope I draw my other duels. That's always the downside of dueling early.
You Diabolic here? Is it really costly Diabolic?
Yeah, I think so. I think the good Storm players use Diabolic like hyper aggressively.
Yeah, I know. I tried to, but it feels kind of bad here.
Okay, what am I gonna do with all this money?
Gotta be ready. Well, if it isn't my lucky day.
This is where I could have a horn. I mean, okay, so I've got 84 gold, and I basically have nothing to spend it on, right?
Yeah, sort of.
But this is also kind of the situation where I'm okay with that. Like, isn't 25 gold items just one more? Like, I actually did just run a train on my item shop. Like, I'm not unhappy. I'm not like, wow, I wish I had a horn right now. I'm looking at my hand. I've got a lot of options. Right? Like, and nothing wrong with this.
Man, I'm still one card away from going off. I'm so tempted to play for it.
I take no pleasure.
Need more items in the item deck? Maybe. I mean, I should change the item deck. I could, if I wanted to, make it a little bit more expensive. I could add something like one expensive item if I wanted to, which I'm not sure I do. You're running Hourglass?
It's a one of. You need it for the Stormbear.
Will serve a greater purpose.
Maybe.
If they play it and you don't, you lose.
Let us hope.
Maybe.
It's a one of.
So if you have Stars and Sanctum here, you literally can't use it because you know for a fact I have Orb in my hand.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I was one card away from going off, but if you have the Orb, then it just falls apart.
Let's just get it started now. I do have too many health items. Yeah, I need to touch up my item deck after this game. Remind me. Because it needs some work. The thing about this deck is it should be able to beat Storm and also decks that are kind of tech to beat Storm. Because right now the way you beat Storm is with red-blue control. And I mean, I think that this is just kind of pretty anti-blue in general. We're capitalizing off of the squishy heroes very well.
Needed this.
I know how to use this.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
You can Obliterating Orb even if I Gust, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
I can do it with no heroes on the line.
Orb is just truly the anti-storm tech.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about this deck is, I mean, all you need is a one-of. Maybe something like this could actually be good. Again, the goal is not just to counter Storm, but to counter both Storm and the people countering it. That's the ideal deck. And it's definitely not impossible.
5 seconds remaining. 3, 2.
Sweet, sweet blink dagger.
You might be favored enough already against Storm that this routed is a little awkward.
It's very possible, but the routed is still kind of good against the blue control decks as well. But yeah, no, it's very possible the routed is overkill. Very, very possible.
Because the problem is when my heroes feed early against non-payday decks, it doesn't matter. But when I feed against your deck, I get triple Hourglassed on like turn 3.
Exactly. Yeah. And like the thing is, sometimes you just see something expensive in your side shop that can just bail you out, you know? Like this is actually a deck that will try to abuse the hold function as much as possible. Any thoughts on the Gwent roadmap? I haven't.
Yes, I have any thoughts?
Lockin, have you looked at the Gwent roadmap?
Oh, no.
Well, how can I be expected to have a conversation with you about it if you haven't even looked at the Gwent roadmap?
Yeah, you're right. I'm in the wrong here.
Aren't initiative cards just OP?
I don't know if I'd use the word OP. They are quite good.
Let us
I feel like they just end games.
bounty of the world.
Why can't I play any in my hand?
Dude, you only have 2 locked cards.
Yeah, but anytime I go to play one of these cards, you're just gonna duel me, Berserkers Call me, or Coup, so I can't actually combo anything.
Yes.
Your deck is too spooky, so the moment I start, it just dies.
Lockin, you better not just be sandbagging to have an advantage against me later.
Yeah, easy. For when I queue into you on ladder. Like...
I'm sure we'll see each other in a tournament at one point.
maybe Stan's tournament this weekend.
Yeah. I just like draft, you know, this deck, and you just draft that deck.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot that was a draft tournament. Well, if I draft Storm and you draft Payday, I am sandbagging.
I mean, that's true.
Just you.
Maybe I should override my hourglass here. I mean, do I really even need this anymore?
Smiley face. I don't need this hourglass anymore.
Swim doesn't read chat as much as he used to. Sorry, I'm talking with my friend Lockin. Unfortunately, it's kind of distracting.
The wind
I hope
was
you don't have another one here.
Another duel? A third duel?
Well, or a call even. I hope you just have no cards in your hand.
I mean, I would have needed to have drawn all 3 duels.
Yeah, that would have just been unreasonable. I can't believe I have to do this. I think I have to though.
Just emissary?
I think so.
It's not that bad. What do you mean?
I mean, it's not great. I'm not in a good spot really across the board right now.
Yeah, but it's aight.
Ready to lead.
I'm here to enforce the quorum's will. It's a good day.
I'm ready to find Horn of the Alpha in my side shop. My item deck is literally all gone.
You just side shop a Vesture.
Yeah.
So even if I
easy.
do combo, I can't kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no escape.
I thought this was Natasha's guard for a second because it looks kind of similar. I got excited.
Why are all my heroes dead? Where'd all my
Wait.
heroes go?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think I've ever seen a turn where the
truly just a misfortune, huh? Isn't that
Yeah.
just the worst when that happens?
And top deck red at GG.
Yeah, that is really just unfortunate, man.
Did you have like lethal or?
Yeah, I had spring double blink right.
Oh, okay.
Did I have lethal? Dude, your heroes were all dead.
Well, you never know. Creep spawns,
Yeah, that's true.
and maybe you didn't have.
Yeah, let me tweak the deck.
Yeah, your item deck.
Yeah. These items need to go. Maybe like one expensive item. Just one. Because Blink needs to go out. Is Vesture or Horn better? Is Horn just a bad card?
I think Vesture is way better than Horn.
But it's a dinosaur.
I mean, you do get the upsides of when you play it, you can make dinosaur noises. That's true. But if you're not making the dinosaur noises, then why are you even running the card?
That's true. Dude, why are all the mid-tier items in this game such garbage?
Yeah, it really makes you wonder why you'd ever buy them.
Maybe I'll just put Poaching Knife in my deck.
So that when you go off with Payday, you can just have Poaching Knife for the memes.
Maybe Blink Dagger is good enough for a 3 of in this deck. Are there cards that are missing from my main deck slot? I don't know. I mean, Routed is still... It's still kind of a good anti-meta card, right? Because it's not just Storm Tech, it's also Control Tech and Ramp Tech, right? Isn't it good against all of them?
I don't know if I'd call it Ramp Tech.
Lockin.
It's good against Control too.
Isn't Routed just good?
No.